ask that the council pass that flyer down.
Cool.
So.
Yeah.
Pass it down.
Not too bad. Wish it was a little drier out, but you know, we need it, so can't complain too much.
Yeah. Especially with snow.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, the reimbursed folder. Like, and there's, or gonna take it, but what, or my, or tax. Oh my goodness, it's and. Little Dan.
Sure.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Like I got up this morning and it was just kind of. Then I drive out to court of the Natural Resources Summit that I was at. It's like government to government, so it's the tribes and the colleges. It was super cool. That was out at the Coeur d'Alene Casino where I had never been there. Middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Google gave me 3 options. And I was like, okay, well, this one's it's like 57, 58, and 59 minutes. And I was like, all right, we'll go 57. And I'm like,
Burning it at both ends. It's okay.
Cool.
Thanks, Google. I love it when it does that. This is the most efficient.
I know. You couldn't hold me though. Like,
Yeah.
not even like a heads up. It'd be cool. Like, give me an option that says avoid dirt roads.
Yeah.
It did it to us in Canada too. We were driving on our way to Calgary. And yeah, we trusted Google and it had us turn on this road and we're like, why are we on a dirt road? And the next thing we know, we're stopped because there's like cattle. I was like in the road.
Good,
Like,
yeah.
this is fun.
I hear a story of a car drove off a road or something.
So I just
Good, how are
thought
you?
about it today.
Yeah.
I think we can
Like,
No.
there, but we're gonna need a more detailed.
That's okay.
We're gonna need a more detailed justification.
So as for 100 day,
Those-
so this
those
is for both
from-
of you,
Okay.
so you'll be able to.
Because they're
your-
capital
Buy it
improvement,
first.
but
You go-
to the
Yeah.
extent
Okay.
that they will actually draw visitors, keep
So-
them there longer, maybe we,
I can.
think we can get there, but we're gonna need a little bit. more detail.
You're the
But
I think what
Urgency.
Todd is thinking,
nobody.
move forward.
Presentation, so.
Okay. Thank you.
I have also reminded LJ to send me some names of one of the.
I saw the pictures. Yeah, the pictures, I think, and then the email.
Waiting to hear.
I did. Yeah, Todd just sent those to me.
Keep me posted.
Yeah.
Again, I think
So
there,
Yeah.
just to make sure the auditors.
Like just somebody's speaking on it.
I wanna have a
Like,
better.
One Western Regional Chef.
But the rest of it's fine. I mean, the rest of it's. on the
Amazing. I'm not surprised based on what I've heard.
And so at the national convention.
Exciting.
That
I like to think they'll be here.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. A lot of time.
I'm so proud.
It's not bad.
A lot of volunteer hours and everything. Here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to go check it out.
Okay. Oh, I keep wanting
Yeah.
to say good morning. We're doing live. For everyone I've seen, I'm like, hey, good morning. I'm not. It's not morning. Oh yeah, this is the second week. First week was fun because I had to stay home.
Yes, yeah, and again, for 3
Right.
years to come.
But We had our first guest speaker of the quarter on Monday. That went really well. Spent my day at a natural resources summit. So after the off campus for the day. We got a bunch of stuff coming up in the next couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can't even tell the difference, yeah.
Joined us online.
Okay, first.
To see if you can find it.
Safe.
Oh, good, yeah.
I need to be
Great.
prepared.
I'm glad to hear that they went home too. I didn't know.
I need to go out there.
Desktop. I was not communicated that he wanted to say anything, but I would be surprised if he didn't. You know what I mean?
But he can go out.
Knowing,
Yeah.
knowing
They do a
this
bunch of
role.
field exercises out by the.
So I think I'll offer it.
Oh,
Is
that'd
he
be
going,
impressive. Yeah.
will it be possible to put his face on there?
Yeah.
I think so.
I know you'll have to. Okay.
Yeah, it was really-
I can just.
I need to sit down and chat with you.
Without making it color.
Okay, so he can turn his camera on my curtains and then it'll
blur.
Right, Easter. I usually wear it in the. In order to see him.
I'm glad to hear.
It is. It's
Okay,
like weirdly.
that's up to you.
No. I'm sure dressed so bad, but not in the.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Well, I wore tennis shoes. with my
So you
dress.
just-
And then I realized. like,
I think
there's
this
a
is the thing on
precedent
Saturday.
in council.
Okay.
So, but now we're gonna
Different than the
That's
regular,
right.
simpler for everyone.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And
Well,
I
that's good.
10 pounds since.
We'll get a little recognition,
Yes.
I assume too.
Thank
at
you,
the-
Shelley.
True. And I know-
So I think.
No, that was. That's fine.
Good for the rain. So it's Red Ribbon on Friday. Just anything. Grand opening. Especially when I don't plan and like.
Have like a week after.
No.
And then, yeah, I'm sure he's like, basically back to back.
But if I'm just, get this little, yeah.
And then Kyle's like, we ran.
Oh, well, yours is gonna be a little blurry, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's in two seconds.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't look. at
Every single time she said.
the- I know it's like. what-
It actually is really common.
You're gonna take.
Yeah.
basic-
And it's just the
Yeah,
distance,
Oh, really?
So it's like, you know, like you see the screen. It's like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
you know, a little bit, but then you put, it's like HD.
I thought
You
you
know,
had,
like,
you
you
would
probably are
probably
like-
this too, but not the rest of them.
The staticky TV, but that's what it's like in the without. I'm like, you just see, but.
I thought I pushed, I gave them all back to you and then I
Those
talked to
paving
you.
companies have the names
Now I can.
for a reason, it seems like, yeah, red diamond, black diamond, diamond. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot they don't tell you.
Totally.
I didn't have that. Okay.
Was she grabbing?
That was finance.
The,
Oh, great, okay.
Revenues.
usually I grab them, but I didn't see them on the table. I didn't have them, so.
Come on, Danielle.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, good to have the building done though, yeah.
1 minute. Oh, I have the computer time, which is not right.
Find a time.
Did normal parking.
Mine's just two apparently.
Okay.
Hello? Welcome. I will call our regular city council meeting of April 14th to order at 6 p.m. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honorable Mayor Mark,
Here.
Councilmember Han,
Here.
Councilmember Bartel,
Present.
Councilmember Postma,
Present.
Councilmember Wong,
Present.
Councilmember Nazaro,
Here.
Councilmember Bielock,
Here.
Councilmember Lamar.
Present.
Thank you, Shelley. At this point, our citizen comments, and do we have any online?
Nobody has raised their hand.
Okay, so we'll start here in the room, and the only person who's signed up, you, Ms. Bloom, come right on up. And just a reminder to state your name and your address for the record. Also, you have 2 minutes. Please use the microphone so that those can hear you on Zoom, and we're working on the sound in here.
Hi, my name is Margaret Blum. I live at 481 North 3rd Street, and I just have a couple brief remarks. This is Holocaust Remembrance Day, so I just wanted to pay tribute to not just the Jewish people, but all the people who are suffering around the world. And I think there might be a picture being passed around of 2 little boys who did not survive. And just to remember that, you know, children could be of any color, any religion, and it's just something that we want to try and avoid happening ever again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else who did not have the opportunity to sign in who would like to speak? And then again, just state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 2 minutes on here. Can I start? Can we stop?
Okay. Okay. So I'm here to talk about public comment itself in relation to Sexual Assault Awareness Month, which is what this is. I feel that no victim of sexual assault, human trafficking, sexual violence, stalking, harassment should ever have to say their name or their address to participate in the public process because of the potential for violence to happen against them. Predators are very stealthy in figuring out ways to figure out where the victim lives. And so I think my heart has, so my request, I did some research and it sounds like that nobody should have to qualify their comment with their name or address ahead of time. So that is, I don't know how to end this. Is that how, can I end it now? Yeah,
Thank you.
okay. So the other thing I want to talk about was, I think that the City of Cheney should have a nomination process for city council members, city employees, volunteers to be recognized for doing exceptional work. And so if there is a way to do that on the website, that would be nice to do. I don't know how to submit that, but can I be done? Is it over? Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else who did not have the opportunity to sign up? Right. With that, we will move on to our minutes from last meeting, from our March 24th regular city council meeting. Have you all had an opportunity to review those?
Your Honor, if there are no comments or modifications, I'd move to approve the meeting minutes for March 24th as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the minutes for March 24th. And a reminder, if you would raise your hand with your vote. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Vouchers and payroll. Ms. Ashford.
Yes. For our accounts payable vouchers, we have $637,851.67. And for our payroll, we have $553,119.82.
Mayor, the Finance Committee has reviewed the vouchers and payroll as presented, and I'd make a motion for approval.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve vouchers and payroll. Those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? All right. Thank you. Vouchers and payroll are approved. You can see the one small contract that was approved. And do we have any information on this today? Okay, so we'll move on to appointments. It is a great joy for me to appoint our new city administrator, and I'm looking for your approval of Ed Neese from Polson. He is joining us remotely today. His experience shined over the past couple weeks of interviews, and it was a very, very hard decision for me. We had many great candidates from the very beginning, and it was really hard, but we're excited to have him join the team. So I'm looking for your confirmation of Ed Meese. And how does that work? For a motion and a second. Okay.
Mayor, I would make a motion to confirm Ed Meese. I just like to echo your comments. I think we were very fortunate to have at least two,
Yeah.
if not more, highly qualified individuals. I know many of us on the dais participated in the interview process, and we were impressed with both candidates. But at the end of the day, it's truly your decision. I think you're gonna work with this individual the closest, and we're happy that you've made this decision. At least I'm happy that you made this decision. So I would make the motion to confirm your appointment of Ed Meese as city administrator.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Mr. Meese, you are confirmed. So we'll look forward to you moving here over the next few weeks, and all those details will get sorted out. So that's exciting. I'm excited. Thank you. So let's move on to our action items. Our first resolution. You ready, Mr. Abelman? You have a lot here.
By myself, I'm excited too for this appointment. City minister. I'll let you know. But yeah, it was a very good process. I liked it. Two highly qualified candidates to that end, and really admire the mayor for taking her time, doing due diligence on it and making that selection. So yeah, this resolution before you is basically a memorandum of understanding with the police guild. And basically what it is, we have certain temporary appointments within the police guild, but we don't have a temporary appointment for the lieutenant. So this memorandum of understanding allows the 10% overload for a lieutenant's position. So in moving forward, recommend approving the MOU. And I'd be happy to answer any questions. If I can't answer it, I'll defer it to our attorney.
Mayor, we did discuss this in finance. I don't think there's any objections. I don't want to take any public works if public safety, if they discussed it also, but if there are no comments, I would make a motion for approval of F483. Second.
There's a motion and a second for approval of resolution F483. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. The next one is resolution F486, lodging tax.
Lodging tax, yeah, the lodging tax committee met. They reviewed the application for basically opening up the depot station. There is a I believe it's April 25th is their grand opening. They submitted an application, and I am recommending that we fund the $13,894.48. However, we do have one line item that we are looking at under legal review, pending more information on that, and that's that line item of the interpretive signpost. So moving forward, they can submit all the receipts on that. We'll try to have an answer for them fairly shortly here. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
We did talk about this at Lodging Tax Committee, and we felt like this was a very appropriate place to put lodging tax funds, especially since this has been the whole community has worked on this, and it's a very exciting event. So if there's no questions, I'd make a motion to approve resolution F486.
It's okay.
There's a resolution and second for F486. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstains? Resolution F486 passes. Mr. Ferguson, resolution F484, Safe Routes to Schools grant application.
Yes, tonight we are asking for authorization to submit to the DOT funded Safe Routes to School grant. This is a cooperative effort between us, Cheney School District, to essentially close sidewalk or fill in sidewalk gaps on Nolan Brown, Annie Place, North Fifth, add rapid flashing crossing devices, 2 by the high school, 2 down by the middle school on North 6 at the intersections, and overhaul and expand the bike lane from Betts and North 6 clear through to tie into the project we did on Elm Street. I didn't have a lot of information put forward on this. We did talk to Public Works and I think General Government on this in the past, knowing it was coming. I actually did finalize the grant at 5 o'clock tonight with the final numbers. We're asking for $820,000 to complete this project. And this is 100% funding. So if we do get funded, there's no out of pocket for the city. So with that, would ask for approval of the resolution in order to submit.
We did discuss this at Public Works. I think it's a great program, 100% funded. If there's no questions, I would make a motion of 484.
Second.
There's a motion and a second for approval of resolution F 484. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Approved.
All right.
I think you have a few of these. So resolution 485, the rectangular rapid flashing beacon installation project, also
Yes.
known as crosswalks.
Yes. We've actually got two that tied together here. Department of Transportation was able to get grant funding or funding on their end for installing a red flashing pedestrian crossing at Simpson Parkway, which we'll talk about next. In conjunction with that, they had extra funds, so they offered funding to us and supplied 2 sets of rapid flashing yellow crossing lights, with the agreement that they'd be installed, one at College Hill, crossing on 904, and the other one was to be installed down at College Street downtown here on 904. Both these devices are in our possession. We poured the island already down at College Hill in the intersection, which is new to people and have seen it. So this resolution is to allow us to the mayor to enter into an agreement with OK Electric for the installation. The cost being $25,700, and we're asking for 25% contingencies for unknowns on that. And the other thing is we're asking for this to be paid through for refunds because it was not a budgeted item and we didn't have the funds in the street department for the project. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Definitely think it's a needed safety improvement. If there are no questions, comments, I would make a motion to approve 485.
Second.
There's a
I-
motion.
I
Yeah.
just have one question.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a flashing light in the middle of 904 there on
These
that
don't, they're
concrete?
just on the sidewalks.
Just on
They're
the
like
side.
the school crossings with
Okay.
the yellows. The one the state's putting in will have a center light.
Great.
That one's the next one, I think. Motion and a second for approving resolution F 485. No further questions. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution 485 passes. Resolution F 487, another crosswalk.
And this is for the system that state is going to be put in. They call it a pedestrian hybrid beacon system. That'll go at Simpson Parkway crossing 904. That's a very congested parkway with crosswalk with the turn lanes, turn curbs in there. Numerous very close near misses down there. The state is paying for the install, everything on that. They're just asking that we maintain it after the installation project or after the project is done. So this is what is called a construction maintenance agreement between us and the state. There's no funds up front that change hands on this. It just, we are the ones that will be responsible for maintaining it over the course of its life.
Any questions?
If there are no questions or comments, I would seek to approve resolution F 487.
Second.
There's a motion and a second for approval of F 487. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution F 487 passes.
Thank you.
Mr. Abelman, you're up again, I believe, for ordinance Z02.
Yeah.
Civil Service Commission Amendment.
Yeah, we're looking for the second reading and as we kind of tweak the section D down below, and it's second to the very last page there to make it a little bit more clear. I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at it, and that is the only thing that we have modified since then. So be happy to answer any questions on that.
Are you looking just for the second reading or?
It's up to, it really depends. If you're okay with the second and third, we can move forward with it and start the process of another two.
No comments received.
I've not received any comments.
Any questions?
What do folks want to do? They want to go second and third or just second?
Say second.
Second.
Yeah,
What do you guys?
second, third.
Let's get the ball rolling. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll make a motion. Your Honor, I move for the second reading of ordinance Z2 entitled Summer Reform Only and subsequent, and the second to be considered the third, and the third to be considered the final place before us for final passage.
Second.
There's a motion and a second for the approval of ordinance Z02 for both the second and third readings to be placed before us for final passage, title and summer reform. And then we're gonna do a vote to put it before us for final passage. Those in favor of the motion to put it before us for final passage? Those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? All right, Shelley.
Ordinance B2, an ordinance of the City of Cheney, Washington, amending the Cheney Municipal Code to expand the Civil Service Commission from 3 to 5 commissioners and other matters properly related thereto.
Do you call it or do I? Go ahead.
Councilmember Han,
Aye.
Councilmember Bartels,
Aye.
Councilmember Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember Long,
Aye.
Councilmember Nazaro.
Aye.
Councilmember Pilo,
Aye.
Councilmember Navarro.
Aye.
Ordinance Z02 passes. Thank you. So,
I'm just staying up here because,
because you have a staff report.
well, I know we didn't have any staff reports, but we do have one from Chief Jenkins.
Yeah.
He has an announcement.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, and I believe I'm going to have to bring this back before you here in a subsequent meeting, but we really have some really good employees here for the city of Cheney. So your 2 deputy fire chiefs had heard through the grapevine that Spokane Valley Fire got a small fleet of new fire trucks in it they had ordered years ago. So they thought, well, let's just drive one down there and see if they would allow us to borrow one of their used old engines to go through the fire academy. So we didn't beat the daylights out of our primary fire truck for the academy. Well, they walked out with a really good used ladder fire engine that Spokane Valley commissioners voted upon last night, and they are willing to sell us this ladder truck for $1. So it doesn't completely replace the need that we have, but what it does is allows us to have 4, 5, 6 good years with a nice secondary. And so this truck only has a 65-foot aerial device on it versus the 109-foot aerial device that we currently have, but it's got a much bigger pump, a lot more water capability. So it could be used as a backup fire engine or a backup aerial ladder device with that. And so it's about 4 years newer. But per Spokane Valley Fire, they very rarely use that truck. And actually their lead mechanic, who's also the fire chief for Fire District 12, said that if he had space in one of his truck bays to put it, they were sort of arguing amongst the mechanics of who would like to have that truck. But Spokane Valley Fire had it appraised. And today's market value with the cost of new fire trucks and the delay that it's taken to get new trucks in, the cost of even used apparatus is climbing, but they valued it somewhere around $90,000. But for them and, just us being good partners in the region, and really thanks to you all for allowing, myself and the 2 deputy chiefs to be able to attend and represent Cheney on a regional front with the fire service is paying dividends. So thank you for that.
Thanks, Chief.
Yes,
Really great.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chief.
That's pretty cool. So for my mayor's report today, going to be a little lengthier than usual because I want to give you the update that I shared, briefer version of the one that I shared with West Plains Chamber of Commerce. Also, I'm calling it my 100-day update because last week I had the pleasure of meeting with most of the employees in Public Works and in light departments, and they said, how long have you been here? And one of them figured it out for me. It was 100 days on Friday. So I'm going to call it that, even though it just happens to be that time frame. Can you pull that, make that bigger? Oh, and then do I have it? Oh, look at that. Okay, we're gonna see how I can do this. Where do I point it? I don't have it. Okay. Perfect. It's not opening on my end either, so I don't really have my notes. So we're going by the seat of our pants here. So a couple weeks ago, I shared with the West Plains Chamber of Commerce vision and mission for Cheney, and we're just shifting towards articulating this in our comprehensive plan that we want to be a livable, accessible, and sustainable city. And we'll do that to be livable, the community and the culture that we foster and support. We want to be accessible in our transportation and in our technology, and sustainable in the infrastructure and investments, whether those are people or dollars in our community that we invest in. So if you want to go to the next slide to be a quick Parks and Rec update, we shout out to Matt in Parks Department. He has been working really hard on parks to get them ready for all of us who want to use them this spring. He spent a lot of time updating our Centennial Park restroom. Unfortunately, it's been open a week and it experienced some vandalism. So come on, Cheney, we can do better than that. Our park signs, our shelters are getting a new paint job. And then moving forward, we're working on resurfacing our pickleball/tennis courts and restoring those right next to our new aquatic center. Looking forward to the first full season of operation at the aquatic center, and have some fun community events planned there. We're also updating our Parks and Rec comprehensive plan, and hopefully going to kick off our Purple Pipe project. We're working with Ecology to get that permitted, and really hoping that they'll help us with that. Let's put it that way. The Parks Department is tackling some deferred maintenance items, like I said, and we're looking at how we can make those improvements as soon as possible to our park restrooms, especially. Then in our municipal court, also feels like it fits well with our livable mission. They are doing some good work, some technology upgrades for court modernization, bringing our court into the 21st century. From the city standpoint, that improves data accuracy, reporting, dealing with public records. And if any of you ever get a ticket in Cheney, you'll see what it's like from the perspective of the user. I don't suggest that as the best way, but you too can find out. We also have 12 participants enrolled in our therapeutic court, and they're receiving support in a variety of forms, whether that's treatment or education, housing, job support, getting their GED, driver's licensing, transportation, just working on breaking that cycle. And it's a really cool thing. We are one of the largest therapeutic courts in our area, and that's heavily due to receiving some grant funding. And so our municipal court is continuing to look for grant funding and apply for grants to expand the value added, and that they can, I would say the value added to our community, whether that's with food, public safety, or with information, and just expanding their advocacy, and again, really strengthening that municipal court to break the cycle. So they're doing some cool things, and I'm excited to see what they're up to. So then on the theme of accessibility, our data and light, I can't really claim credit for this, but if you haven't seen those cool new banners, I have had the pleasure of meeting with multiple people from Eastern, and they have mentioned multiple times how much they like the banners and they can see them, and they just appreciate that it's both Eastern and Cheney working together, and it's visible to our community in that way. We are in the midst of rate study and hoping to continue offering the lowest electrical rates in the state, but we're starting a study on that to see how we can fund our expansion and our growth and do it sustainably. And then our streets and transportation, we have some really big, they feel big, they're going to make a big difference projects in the works. Elm Street, finishing that stretch from North 6th all the way down to Main Street, and then technically, sorry, North 2nd. And then our Betts, we'll call it our Betts North 6th roundabout. we're going to have over by the middle school. And those projects are coming soon this summer, hopefully. We have tons of crosswalk installations thanks to your approvals tonight. And hopefully that can help make 904/First Street a much safer place for people to access via alternative modes of transportation. And then because you approved it again tonight, our Safe Routes to Schools grant, and we're really hopeful for that because that partnership is not only with the school district, but just with the community and how it will make it a safer place to live and to attend school. On the theme of sustainability, our water and our wastewater teams are doing a really great job. We have a PFAS evaluation in the works and working on some water well rehabilitations. And I'd be remiss not to mention our Purple Pipe project. And it's almost done. It's almost done. We'll go with that. You've probably tried to drive down 2nd Street or get to the recycle center and you've seen the construction, but it is very close. And we're hoping that going into this summer, knowing it's going to be a really dry one, we're hoping that our Purple Pipe can keep our playfields green. It's no promise that we won't still have to do water mitigation strategies for our residents, but hopefully our playfields will still be green. And then in building and planning, this is a picture of the Cheney Depot. I do want to invite you all to the Cheney Depot grand opening dedication, which is Saturday, April 25th. And it will be a 1 p.m. ceremony and then open house and tours from 2 to 6. And they are working very hard and it's gonna be really great. So such a cool piece of our history. Go check it out. Grab a coffee while you're there, stay for a while. Let's hope that the weather's really nice so we can have lots of time there. Cheney Clean Sweep was really great this past weekend, and also in our building and planning department. They are working hard on our comprehensive plan and working as well with the county on that. Our police department, in the first 100 days, we have a new police chief. So that is really great. We interviewed, selected, and swore in a new police chief. We're in the process of hiring officers, which has been a job posting for quite some time. And the goal there is to majorly minimize our overtime. And we're looking at new funding sources for grants, for law enforcement staffing program, and also looking at the facilities that we have and partnering with other agencies. For example, renovating the Sterling Mormon House and then working with EWU for some coordination there and how we can best serve our community, being proactive rather than reactive. In our fire department, pretty exciting news from Chief Jenkins tonight that we received a ladder truck from Spokane Valley. And that'll come before you again as something to vote on, but that's pretty great and just a testament to our firefighters and also just the relationships that we have in the region. We are in the process of training 3 new firefighters and hosting our own fire academy with District 3. We're actively pursuing the feasibility of consolidation with Fire District 3, so that those discussions are actively happening. And also looking at our partnership with Eastern for their emergency response. And then you'll see this picture of Fire Marshal Hedquist, who is installing a smoke detector, even though it looks like a light. He's really doing the smoke detector. And that is, we're doing another blitz with the Red Cross this spring. It's actually going to be May 16th. So if you're looking for volunteer hours, they've invited our community to participate in that as well. So working on our smoke detector blitz, just keeping our residents safe there. So I just want to wrap up with just reiterating that we want Cheney to be livable, accessible, and sustainable, and a community where people, families, and businesses thrive. And we've done a lot of things over the first 100 days, and I'm really excited to bring on our city administrator, bring on our new finance director, and just keep chugging away at making Cheney better. So that is my mayor's update for you. And we'll go on to council reports. Let's go this way this time.
Hey, the only thing I would say is, we participated in Cheney Clean Sweep this year, as we always do, and it was great. A huge, shout out to Sue for her organization of the entire project. It was wonderful to see so many volunteers out. I think she said we were at like right under 200 or something. I thought that was awesome. And the only other thing I want to mention for the community is Mayfest is coming up. I know they're always looking for volunteers, so if you get an opportunity, volunteer. It's a great event and it grows every single year. That's it.
I just want to say I am so thankful to hear you say that we're doing something about the PFAS, even if it's just looking at it again. That is absolutely huge. So to add to that, I would like to request that we have an info item at one of our upcoming meetings to give everybody an update on where we're at with that project, the grant that we received and where we're at with spending that, and what the timeline is going to be, or if we even have one for getting well number 5 back online. But I think it'd be really great considering we have a new city administrator coming in. We've had new council and new administration. It'd be great to get everybody up to speed. So considering the last time this was really thoroughly discussed was before most of us were even up here. So it'd be nice to get everybody on the same page.
Coffee with Council will be this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon at the Ren Pearson. And it'll be myself, council members Han and Long. We'll see you there.
Cool. Councilmember Long? I have a slide. Let's see it. Okay.
Okay, so so I feel like we had a lot that happened in the last few weeks. We attended the West Plains Chamber meeting where Mayor Martin presented the slides basically that you just saw, which was awesome to see. We also got updates from Medical Lake and Airway Heights were there, Airport was there, I all gave updates. I think one of the cool things about this was that we had a huge showing from Cheney and we filled the whole table. We got a cool group photo. But yeah, it was just really nice to hear the updates and, you know, be present with our West Plains partners. So that was really great. I had the opportunity to take a tour of our correctional system. So the Safe and Healthy Spokane Task Force offered it up to elected officials. So I got to tour the Geiger Correctional Facility, Spokane County Jail, and then the Regional Stabilization Center, which was really great to see up close and, you know, chat with folks that work there. Hear people's thoughts on, you know, what works and what's not working and, you know, everyone's ideas up close on how we could make the system better. So I know there's been conversations about a new jail. It was on the ballot, failed, right? So like they're still talking about how do we make this better. So that was really helpful and informative for me. And then the following day, there was a Regional Council of Governments community conversation that had the Safe and Healthy Task Force come out and present to elected officials from across the county for like city officials, county officials, and then like regional partners and experts. And that was really interesting. They gave an update. Apparently the task force is working on coming up with a recommendation for how to improve the correctional facilities and overall jail system and that kind of thing. So if something lands on the ballot in the future, which it will, hopefully it's the correct, you know, the right solution for what our community needs. So that was really helpful and informative as well. And then today, late breaking, Councilmember Nazaro and I got to take up some of Dan Ferguson's time and we got an overview of Public Works. And then we got to hang out with Mike, the manager out at the wastewater treatment plant. And we got a nice, awesome tour up close of our system. I was super impressed. I thought it was much smaller. So it was very enlightening and awesome to see up close. It was nice to see the whole process of wastewater coming in, getting all the treatment, and then having it come out. We have clean water and compost, which goes to Dow, which I have used on my garden. So that was really awesome. Huge kudos to that entire team, and I appreciate time from Dan and Mike today. So yeah, he did it even in the rain. So Yeah, and then I missed Clean Sweep, but I heard it was awesome, and I'm really glad that we do that kind of thing. I will be there next year. All goes well. And then I will be at council, coffee with council, folks on Saturday. Yeah.
That's it. Cool. Councilmember Plastuma?
All right. Yeah, just want to say thanks to Public Works for another successful Cheney Clean Sweep. That was great. And it was really fun to just be out in the community and lots of smiling faces, and that was wonderful. Have safety subcommittee tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that and having a great time talking with courts and police and fire. That's great. And I think lastly, just in case Todd tries to sneak away again, I'd like to say thank you, Todd, for your service to our community and the way that you've really been instrumental in helping Cheney be the great city that it is. And I just want to, I'm guessing that Ed will be here the next couple of weeks and you will try to sneak away without anybody saying, thank you, Todd.
No,
So,
I'll hang around here for a little
Okay,
while.
all
I
right,
think
good.
we got a schedule, so.
Good. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you, Councilmember Bartels.
Do a quick ditto, everything you just said. Yeah, definitely don't want Todd to run off to the lake too quick, so. I do want to send a quick shout out, Chief. What you did with the ladder truck is very commendable and just speaks to how much you do in the region. So thank you again. That's a great resource and a great asset you brought in the community. We have SWAC meeting this Wednesday and then Public Works Thursday morning. Thanks for being accommodating for schedule. So that's it. Thanks.
Thanks, Councilmember Han.
Yeah, most of my business was hit by others, so thank you. But I did want to talk about Sexual Assault Awareness Month is April, and it's also Child Abuse Prevention Month. Washington State has high numbers of child abuse that occurs in the state, and Spokane County is the highest in the state. So please take this time to educate yourself, learn about it. It's something that if it hasn't touched your life, either of those things, it could at any moment. And just ensure that you know how to respond to people if they come to you with disclosures. Just the simple one response and then resources to get them help. It's 1 month that we focus on it, but it's something that everyone should know all of the time.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't think we have anything else. All right. So at 6:39, our meeting is concluded.
Like a record.
Yeah.
I did not expect it.
I like it. It was gonna be longer because I knew how to ask questions, but.
So, thank you.